It's just another manic Monday, and that's why I'm here to help you make sense of all the crazy things that have come out in the Call of Duty news of the week. Now that people have gotten their hands on the game a bit early, things are leaking faster than a shitty plumbing job. The first huge thing that was leaked is that the taunts and gestures I spoke of 2 weeks ago was confirmed from some early in-game leaks. The piece of information that made the collective Call of Duty world flip a shit was the description that read, quote, "This taunt can be acquired from a supply drop in the black market," end quote. Note that acquired is spelled incorrectly. Who knows if that's a testament to Charlie Intel's amazing journalism or Treyarch's ability to proofread. The black market all but confirms micro DLC, and at least it gives the impression that you need to secretly steal your mom's credit card in order to get these gestures. Supply drops? Oh boy, I can't wait for another year of mediocre reaction videos with those Home Alone style thumbnails, because the content creator is just as surprised as I am that these type of videos actually get fucking views. The question remains if we'll see the same pay to win models in Advanced Warfare, in that weapon attachment variants can also be obtained through these random loot drops in the black market. I know that stock was a fucking nightmare to get in Advanced Warfare. Hipfire kills, seriously? What the fuck were you guys thinking? But imagine having to get stock through random loot drops? Brilliant idea, guys. Let's take CSGO's excellent model for random drops and forget about the part where these items actually have value because there's a marketplace for trading them, and just add the part where you give Activision more money for shit. And no, this Vonderhaar tweet dated April fucking 24th, which is retweeted by Charlie Intel hours after the news broke, does not indicate the shit in the supply drops will only be cosmetic. Reading comprehension, anyone? It clearly says that the gunsmith is all cosmetic and won't act like supply drops, not that supply drops are only cosmetic. But hey, at least the paint shop will give people a way to publish camos so that anyone can download them for use. Now, if only Activision was smart enough to monetize these original designs like Valve does for CSGO skins. Maybe I've said too much. Well, I can't wait to see the top downloaded lewd sex act camo. Halloween Eve was also the last hashtag BO3 Fridays episode in which Scott Lowe interviewed what seemed to have been an intern and some random dude they found in the lobby of the design studio. Of course, the VOD isn't available on YouTube and was instead on Twitch. Why not MLG.TV? Oh yeah, Nate Shot said it sucks. Anyways, after getting through the horrific audio quality, which had more hissing than a YouTube comment section, we got to the big reveal. The Nuketown map trailer, which had been slightly teased in the GameStop commercial with dialogue so bad it made a George Lucas love scene seem acceptable. Anyways, for the map itself, some noticeable changes have been made, including giving it colors even brighter than Liberace's closet, throwing random walls on either side of the map to give it that extra level of fucking chaos, and it looks slightly bloated, kind of like what Infinity Ward did in Ghost with all of their map remakes, because bigger is apparently better. But of course, there will still be the random exploding peepity bops around the map that is Treyarch's specialty. The trailer opens and ends with Nuketown Online Offline, which seems to point to a combat simulator, much like the War Games map in Titanfall. Speaking of simulations, another leak for a map called Infection has a description in the game that reads, quote, "Warp simulation of a World War II historical battle set in a quaint French village," end quote. For those of you that wanted World at War II, this might be a happy medium, but I hope there are no fucking tanks, because we all know how well those went over in the original. Let other better games do the tanks, people. Speaking of maps, there are 4 new multiplayer maps revealed at the Call of Duty esports stream during Paris Game Week, of which the VOD on YouTube has several minutes of muted audio for whatever reason. Seriously, guys, production quality. Who the fuck is running this shit? These maps were Metro, which is basically downhill reskin with a train from Express; Breach, which looks like an Advanced Warfare rooftop paradise skin in the colors of a Call of Duty Ghost map, that is to say, more washed up than a hair metal band; Exodus, which plays about as exciting as the book of the same name in the Bible; and Havoc, which is a map that looks like Infinity Ward designed it with the amount of shit in the way. The other thing that was revealed during the esports stream, besides how horrific competitive play is now that they allow support type streaks to destroy any semblance of skill gap that an aim-assisted console-orientated shooter game might have had, was the schedule for events. Basically, Call of Duty World League, or CWL, is like the South in the 1950s with the segregation between the Pro Division and the Challenge Division. The pros have set seasonal schedules, with the Challenge Division getting random lands which may qualify you for a place to get 3-0'd during the CoD Champs in fall 2016. Additionally, the beta season for Arena will start when the game drops, and rules for the first season will be determined during this period, so be sure to tweet Vonderhaar all of the nasty shit you usually tweet him. Back to the hashtag BO3 Friday stream. Much like last week's amazing unboxing, the team revealed the Black Ops 3 themed PS4, which is given away. Of course, the colors on the console and controller are different shades of gray, kind of like the books that the guys in the studio get off on. Why have the orange sticks and orange on the D-pad if the other buttons are going to be the regular black with the random colors of the polygons on them. Who the hell's designing this shit? As if there weren't enough fucking marketing materials for this game, the new Seize Glory trailer dropped yesterday, which features a slick black dude hyping up the game who is not Flava Flav. Missed opportunity there. It follows Kevin, your generic Call of Duty player, an overweight ginger with a shit-eating grin on his face the whole time, who somehow has the moves like Jagger while a Rolling Stones song plays in the background for scenes in which you can't even perform in the game. Calling Kevin a kid is like saying your neighbor's baby isn't ugly, she just needs to grow into her face. Then at the end of the trailer, to put us out of our collective misery of Kevin jiggling around the terrain, of course an extremely attractive female with a slim body somehow takes him down. Yeah, this doesn't scream of patriarchy or anything. Hot girl and impish dude, Beauty and the Beast, what the fuck, guys? The last YouTube video on the Call of Duty channel this week was a 360-degree interactive trek through the Shadows of Evil roller coaster ride I spoke of last week. It's got everything a Call of Duty nerd would want. A way to turn the camera 360 degrees so you can experience the outdoors without ever actually fucking leaving your house. Who really wants to change out of that Dorito-stained shirt you've got on? Rounding out the leaks are some Twitter images shown here to be the difference between now-gen and last-gen for Black Ops 3. Looks like B-Nox doesn't understand what saturation hue means. If you take the picture on the left, which resembles The Undertaker or Raiden with the lack of eyeballs there. Another image surfaced here which shows the amazing lack of textures and a backdrop that barely pushes the boundaries of Microsoft Paint. The original Black Ops on the Nintendo Wii has better graphics than this. The image on the left looks like something a first grader would draw, and then a helicopter parent would stick on their fridge even though it's indiscernible. Again, $50 for this shit? It looks like a Steam Greenlight game, not a AAA offering. And lastly, the only Call of Duty themed beverage I'd actually enjoy, there's a Black Ops 3 themed beer exclusive to Australia because what the fuck else is there to do in Australia other than binge drink? Black Hops is a cleverly named take on a black IPA that is 4.8% alcohol by volume and costs a measly $25 per six-pack and $75 for a case. Are you fucking kidding me? This beer better also give me a blowjob at the end of the night for that price. Not to mention, most of the people that play Call of Duty won't even be able to purchase this shit anyways because they're not even fucking of age. Anyways, that's gonna do it for this week, and now that this is over, I'm gonna have to have myself a drink. I've been the Schwantz 27, out like the New York Mets in the World Series. Until next time.